Unless you want to hold on to it, you can.
No, that's okay. They won't let me keep it, so. Hi. You guys as shocked as I am?
All right, who wants the first question?
Congratulations, Bobby.
Thank you.
Great year for you.
Crazy year. I mean, this is just, to cap it off like this is just unbelievable. I honestly had no, I guess everybody says that, right? I knew I was going to win, but no, I had no idea, and it was a real shock. We're excited.
And you are the real deal, country music to the core. How does that speak for other Canadian artists that for what you have done this year?
Man, I think the biggest thing for me right now is country music is so big, and there's so much music. From what I do to Dallas Smith to, like, there's such a variety, and I think that's so good for our genre. I think it's great that a guy like me can do traditional music and still have success alongside, you know, guys like Dallas or Taylor Swift or some of these Florida Georgia ones. I think that just speaks to the broadness of the genre.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Be gentle. You know, just over a year ago, you were touring your song around, your first single.
Yeah.
Nervous as could be, and now you're getting this recognition. Are you comfortable with it yet?
No, it's a strange thing. It's really, you can't prepare for it. No one teaches you it. I should tell you the story though. Mike was working at radio, and I went to visit him, and I played him the song. There was a group of guys in the room, and I was so nervous that my left hand shook so bad that I had a tough time even playing the songs. And Mike took me aside afterwards, put his arm around me, and said, "Don't worry, man. This is just the first radio visit." And I took that to heart. I really did, and I just kept going, and yeah, here we are. Thanks, buddy.
There you go.
Oh, over here.
Mike makes me nervous too. Well, how does this fit into kind of almost a cap to a really interesting twist in your career? Was it true that you kind of got into country singing almost on a dare, not in Canada, like Australia? And is that where this all started? And to be here today, does this validate you taking that dare?
Yeah, you know, it's funny, that dare is kind of funny. I just wanted to be able to buy more beer, honestly. So we were at a pub in Australia, and Tony Orbeck got me up. And I grew up with country music, but music wasn't a part of my household, you know, more than listening to it. But I remember the very first time I ever heard Keith Whitley sing, and it was in my dad's truck, and I was stuck on country music from that moment on. But it wasn't until later in life that I dared go up behind a microphone.
Anyone else?
All right, one more.
One more.
Bobby, talk about Show Some Respect.
Show Some Respect is a song that, well, it's kind of a twofold thing. I was writing with some fellows, good friends of mine, my producer, Mike Powell and Walt Aldridge, and we were on a ski trip in Vail, and we were going up a chairlift, and we were talking about respect in sports. If anybody follows college football, you'll know that the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide hate each other, like it's hatred. And one of the fans had gone down to Auburn, one of the Crimson Tide fans, and had poisoned the trees on the campus where they celebrated victories. These are 100-plus-year-old trees. And so we were just having that conversation, and the Show Some Respect title came up. And then as we wrote the song, we started talking about my grandfather. And my grandfather taught me about the world and what it's like, how respect works. And that song's for him. And that's why the line he used to whittle with was my grandfather used to sit and he'd make whistles out of poplar trees for us when we were kids. And so that's where that came from.
I just want to clarify something. You were born in Edmonton, but raised in Calgary. Now that you won this award, you're an Edmontonian, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
I'm sorry, Calgary fans. You know, it's funny that you asked that question, because when I was coming up the green carpet, and I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, I got everybody to yell "Yeehaw," and I was chuckling to myself, going, "I got a bunch of Edmontonians yelling Yeehaw." That was good. So.
Hey, Bobby, do you want to share a bit of the story of your adoption and then finding music later on that it was actually in your genes?
Yeah, I was an adopted kid. At 18 months, I moved to Calgary. So I was here for 18 months, so that you all know. But I moved to Calgary with a fantastic family that took very good care of me and had a very fantastic upbringing. But as I mentioned earlier, music wasn't a part of my life. So after the bed in Australia, I got home and started dabbling in music and started to dive in. And it was shortly thereafter that I met my biological father. And my biological father's family is musicians. And so when I found that out, He's not with us anymore, so it's even the more special that he was the one that convinced me to go both feet in. So, yeah.
All right, any last questions? Oh, yeah, come back here.
Excuse me.
We're seeing some of the past Rising Star winners becoming some of the biggest names in country music in Canada. What does this award mean to you, and where do you go from here?
Wow, it probably means I better put up a good record next time. No, I'm really excited about it. Like, I look at the names on that list, and it's I don't really feel worthy. So to be standing on this podium, like I said, my wife and I were here in Hamilton 2 years ago, and we couldn't. I mean, I couldn't get even in the building. So you know, it was it's pretty surreal and a great list to be a part of. I'm humbled.
All right, thank you very much, and congratulations on your Rising Star Award, Bobby Wills, everybody.